Get on the ground. Down. Get on the ground. Turn around. Turn around.
A video of just some of the 40 men arrested for allegedly trying to meet and have sex with 13 to 15-year-olds.
America, we just got some details on one of the most successful predator stings in recent history. Marion County Sheriff Billy Wood just announced the arrest of 40 men who thought that they were meeting children as young as 13 years old for X. But here's what's going to make you sick. 7 of these predators were illegal aliens, and one was a UCF student here on a visa that the university initially refused to revoke.
These vile individuals right here, these vile individuals, they showed up with condoms, cocaine, alcohol, and many other drugs for a child.
What is up, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. This is exactly why we need strong law enforcement and why we can't tolerate sanctuary policies that protect predators. These monsters need to face the full extent of the law. And trust me, they're going to get what's coming to them. Let me break down this 6-day operation that Sheriff Woods calls Seek and Find Out. And boy, did these predators find out. 40 men ranging from the age of 18 to 64 were arrested after deputies posed as children online, and these sickos arranged to meet them for X.
This investigation lasted 6 days.
This operation is at the top of the ladder of the worst operations that you really do not like work.
Within 24 hours alone, 9 were arrested. 9. That tells you how many sick individuals are actively hunting children online. Sheriff Woods didn't hold back when describing what these monsters brought with them.
During a 6-day sting, deputies posed as children were contacted by these men who range in age from 18 to 64, according to deputies.
This wasn't just about meeting kids. These predators came prepared with drugs, alcohol, and contraceptives. They knew exactly what they were planning to do with these kids, and they brought everything that they needed to commit crimes. And here's where the story gets really infuriating. 7 of these 40 predators are not U.S. citizens. They are illegal hombres. 1 from Mexico, 1 from El Salvador, 1 from Jamaica, 2 from India, and the other 2 from Dubai. Sheriff Woods made it crystal clear how he feels about this.
So you want to know why we want these individuals out here that are not U.S. citizens? Why are we doing what we're doing in the state of Florida? Because the state of Florida is a cut above anybody.
And get this, one of these predators was a University of Central Florida student here on a visa. When he was arrested, the University of Central Florida initially said they wouldn't revoke his visa until after the trial. Sheriff Woods absolutely lost it on this bureaucrat.
But that night, a moron at the University of Florida said, no, we're not going to revoke his visa. It'd be okay until he comes back, until the trial is done. What person in your right mind, regardless of policy that you have in place, do you think it is okay to keep an individual in this, not only in this county, but in this state? And
thankfully, after pressure from Sheriff Woods and Attorney General, UCF finally stepped up and took action. But the fact that they initially wanted to keep this child predator on campus tells you everything you need to know about these woke university administrators. And here's what every parent needs to hear. Snapchat was the primary platform these predators used to contact children. Attorney General didn't mince any words about this.
Some of the leads happened on Snapchat. This is a platform that our office has sued on behalf of the state. We believe Snapchat is violating Florida law and is unduly exposing our kids to serious harm.
The pictures and videos disappear, making it harder for law enforcement to track bad behavior and making it a preferred outlet for ex-offenders to target kids.
The nature of Snapchat is the pictures, the videos, and things that disappear right away makes it harder for law enforcement to track bad behavior. And it makes it a preferred outlet for sex offenders to go after kids.
Parents, if your kids are on Snapchat, you better be monitoring every single interaction. These predators are using multiple social media platforms and dating apps to hunt children, and they're getting more sophisticated every single day. Sheriff Wood shared some specific details that are going to probably piss you off a little bit. One 50-year-old man wanted to meet a 15-year-old boy, and when he was arrested, his response was, "My wife is going to be very upset." No crap. Sheriff Woods had the perfect response.
you know what his response when these handsome fellas met him? "My wife is going to be very upset and family." Well, I hope they are. And here's a message to his wife. I hope she gave him the finger and told him to get the hell out of the house.
Another predator drove 50 minutes to meet a child and brought 7 unopened condoms. One offered to pay $50 and said he even brought party favors, whatever that means. And get this, one monster brought 31 grams of cocaine and 9.2 grams of crack cocaine, 20 grams of meth, and 18.5 grams of marijuana, all for a child.
Here's one. 31 grams of cocaine, 9.5 grams of crack cocaine, 20 grams of meth, 18.5 grams of marijuana.
But the worst case involved a predator who admitted to deputies that he already had multiple sexual contacts with juvenile boys in the past, including a 9-year-old. Sheriff Woods didn't hold back on this one either.
This individual admitted, disclosed to my detectives, has already had multiple contacts, sexual contacts with juvenile boys, and in the past with a 9-year-old. 9-year-old. My opinion and my opinion only. This piece of shit has no right to walk this earth.
And here's something that gives me satisfaction. These predators are going to have a real tough time in prison.
These crimes are unexcusable. And these men and women that did the investigation, they dot the I's, they cross the T's. And like I told you, the majority of them are fathers and their mothers.
Attorney General made it clear that Florida is going to prosecute these cases to the fullest extent of the law. No pre-deals, no slap on the wrist. These predators are going away for as long as possible.
For every day I'm Attorney General, we're going to be working minute by minute to capture as many of these guys as possible.
The detectives who worked on this case are the real heroes. Sheriff Woods pointed out that most of them are fathers and mothers themselves, and they had to see and hear things that would traumatize most people. They do this job because they are dedicated to protecting children. America, this operation in Marion County shows what happens when you have real law enforcement leaders who aren't afraid to do their job. Sheriff Billy Woods didn't just arrest these predators, they sent a message that Florida will not tolerate crimes against children. 40 predators off the street in 6 days, 6 illegal aliens who will be deported after they serve their time, a university forced to revoke a predator's visa, and a clear message to parents about the dangers of social media platforms like Snapchat. Those monsters thought that they were going to abuse some kids, but instead they found out what real justice looks like. And when they go to prison, they're going to find out what inmates think about child predators. Trust me, it's not going to be pleasant. This is what happens when you have leaders who put children's safety above political correctness. No sympathy for predators, no excuses for illegal aliens, and no tolerance for universities that want to protect criminals. Again, this was another tough one to cover, but these victories need to be celebrated. 40 predators behind bars means 40 fewer threats to our children. Let me know what you guys think about this. Drop it down in the comment section down below. Smash the like button if you kindly would. Share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.